Good morning, everyone. My name is Greg Hodges. I have the great pleasure of serving as the president here at Patrick and Henry Community College. We want to welcome you to our CTE signing day here in our Manufacturing, Engineering, and Technology complex. This is building one of our two-building complex, 50,000 square feet of space dedicated to good-paying jobs, and I think it is the perfect location for us to do a CTE signing day. You heard the narrator say, "We need you now more than ever," and boy, is that ever true in our community. We are desperately in need of career and technical education folks in our community, and we are delighted that you all have chosen those pathways, good paying jobs, that important, no debt, and we're able to get you trained very quickly and into those good paying jobs. I want to recognize just a few folks and express our appreciation for them being here before we get into our signing ceremonies. First, from Henry County, our administrator, Dale Wagner. Mr. Wagner, thank you for being here. From West Piedmont Workforce Development Board, Robbie Knight. Robbie, thank you for being here. Our two local superintendents, Sandy Strayer and Dr. Zeb Talley, thank you both for being here this morning. From Press Glass, we do have a couple of employers here today, and we encourage you to chat with them and already lay the groundwork and the foundation for that employment possibilities. From Press Glass, we have Joe Selmore, and from Hooker Furnishings, we have Liz Keys. Thank you both for being here this morning. From Bluegrass Educational Technologies, one of our CTE partners, and as you see above me, one of the founding partners to help this facility and these programs, Keith Simpson. Keith, great to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. From our Martinsville, Henry County EDC, we have Valerie Harper. Ms. Harper, thank you for being here. And from our local board, Patrick and Henry Community College's local board, we have Jewel Drury. Ms. Drury, thank you for being here. Would you join me in expressing your appreciation for these folks being here this morning? There's some other special guests that you will meet on the actual program, so I'll let those be introduced at that time. And now it gives me pleasure to introduce our two MCs for our event today, Ms. Shalira Morrison and Dr. Colin Ferguson. Come on, folks.
Good morning. Brandon Johnson has served as a head varsity football coach at Bassett High School for the past 6 years and has taught at the middle and high school levels for 13 years. He is a 2006 graduate of Bassett High School, a 2010 first-generation college graduate of Guilford College, and a 2022 graduate of Averett University. Let's please welcome Brandon Johnson.
Do I need the microphone?
Yes.
That's not me. That's not me.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we're live streaming. Yes, sir, we do.
Yep, they need the microphone, so I'm not gonna yell in the microphone. But I want you all sitting right here to feel my passion when I talk to you, okay? She gave the introduction, so my daughter told me this morning when I told her, yeah, I got 5 to 7 minutes. My daughter said, well, they'll know your name, that's about it. I get long-winded. So when I was told 5 to 7 minutes, I said, okay. So on my way, normally when I start to think of a talk or what I'm gonna say to young people or to older people in attendance, I don't like to write it down. I like something to come from my heart, something that is set on me. And this morning, last night, I've had two different things hit me. It's kind of the same thing. You all are stepping into a world where you kind of know what you want. You were saying today you have a plan. You have a vision. A lot of things in life, not a whole lot gets done without a vision. If you look at the successful people in the room, they had a vision. They had a vision at some point. I wish I would have had a vision at your age. My vision wasn't really clear. I had a lot of people help me. But I'm gonna try to put it into some terms that you all know. How many of you over here drive? A lot of you drive. Some of you trust other people to drive you. Some of us miss buses, Mr. Saul. But a lot of us, our biggest goal in high school, I can't wait to get my license. Can't wait to drive. I like to equate driving to life. The first time you sat behind that wheel without mom or dad or grandma or aunt or whoever it is that helped you learn how to drive, the first time you sat behind that wheel, just you were in control. Nobody was telling you. You were in control. You either know how to get to where you're going or you put it in your GPS, okay? And we've heard the saying, oh, in your life is like the GPS. You got to know where you're going to get there. No. A car, to me, when you get behind that wheel and you take control, now, how you get in your car, how you approach that first time you sit behind that wheel is probably how you approach your days. I'm going to tell you a little bit how I approach it. I get in, I put my seatbelt on. That's to show my kids we're safety first, okay? We're going to protect ourselves. And then the next thing I do, my daughter, she's in charge of plugging my phone into the radio so we can put it on CarPlay, and she puts it on her favorite worship playlist, and that volume goes all the way up. All the way up. And for you that I taught at Laurel Park, I used to ride into Laurel Park, volume, blasting, car rider line, that's Mr. Johnson. But my volume's all the way up. That, to me, I'm high energy. All day long, I'm high energy and I'm positive. No matter what. High energy, I'm positive. And then, once the car gets on, I get us backed out of the driveway, I know where we're going. And think about the windows and the mirrors in a car. What's the biggest piece of glass in your car? The windshield, right in the front, right in the front. And then we have the rear view, we have our side mirrors, you got your side windows, then you got that back window, the one in the back that you see through your rear view. But the biggest one is the one in front of you. That's the life ahead of you. That's where you're headed. You're in control of that steering wheel. You're in control of the gas, how fast. You're in control of the brakes. Now, like life, there's some things you can't control. You can't control a side swipe from another car. That's the troubles in life that you're going to run into. You can't control the pothole in the road that you might not have seen. You can't control something happening. Your brakes fail or something messes up on your car. You got to get it fixed. You can't control that. But you can control what's out in front of you. How you get there, how each one of you get there is going to be different. How you got here was different. How I got here was different than how everybody else got here. A lot of bumps in the road. But I kept focused on what's ahead. The biggest one in the car. Now the rear view, it serves a purpose. Your side mirrors serve a purpose. Those side mirrors, I like to tell young people a lot, you got to know your surroundings. You got to check them periodically to make sure nobody's going to sideswipe you. To make sure nothing's in that lane when you're trying to get over. That's the people you surround yourself with. You got to make sure the people you're surrounding yourself with, to your right, to your left, behind you, are there for your best intention. They're there for you. They're there for you to grow. And then that mirror, that little mirror up here, that's very important. You want to check what's behind you. You want to check your past. For me, that was checking what mistakes have I learned from. I come from a single-parent home. Dad is an alcoholic, an addict. So a lot of people say, don't that make you mad? No, I learned from that. I look in that rear view and I look at my life. What has the mistakes of the people in my life or the mistakes in my own life I've made, what have I learned that's going to help me continue to go forward? But notice, if you were driving here today and you were driving and you looked at that rear view too long, what you take your eye off of? What's in front of you, right? You're probably going to wreck that car. A lot of lives get wrecked because we focus on what's behind us. We focus on the past. But we need to check our past briefly and say, okay, now we can smile because the sun's shining in what's ahead of me. We can smile at the vision of what you have in front of you. It's not going to be easy. You all are signing today to set yourself up for what's ahead. This is the very first signing day I've been to like this. I'm a football coach. And a lot of people think, as a football coach, I push athletics. Some of my former players are in here and they know I push a plan. I push a plan. You all have a plan. That's why I was so excited for this opportunity. You all were telling yourselves, not anybody else, because that really doesn't matter. You're telling yourself you have a plan. This is how I'm going to get it done. These individuals in the room are those individuals in those side mirrors that are going to help you. They're going to help guide your path. They've been there with you. But once you sign that paper and you graduate high school and you walk across that stage, you become a young man, young lady. You become somebody that's going to take control of that steering wheel. Always remember, and I'm going to leave you with this, always remember, the biggest piece of glass in a car, something we get in every day, is the one in the front, the one that lies ahead. Thank you all for your time. See you all later.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Our next speaker is Jeremiah Pauley. Jeremiah Pauley is NC3's program manager for app development with Swift, supported by Apple's Community Education Initiative. He is an alumnus of Genesee Community College in Western New York and is a certified Apple Learning Coach. Prior to becoming a program manager, Jeremiah was NC3's Customer Success and Engagement Manager, where he first supported educators across the nation, including Patrick and Henry Community College. Jeremiah?
Hello, everyone. Hear me okay? So welcome to the 10th annual NC3 National Signing Letter of Intent Day. NC3 was created for students, educators, and industry partners to bring back the passion for technical education and the skills needed to create a new workforce of doers. This event, National Signing Day, was born out of that mission. In 2014, National Signing Day was the first hosted at a single institution to celebrate the power of technical education and the dignity of work through amazing partnerships and programs like the ones offered here at Patrick and Henry Community College. Today, we're proudly celebrating NC3 National Signing Day alongside 65 plus other NC3 leadership schools nationwide who are also celebrating their incoming students and the dignity of work. And each National Signing Day event taking place is being streamed and broadcasted live through NC3's media headquarters. And today, you are an important part of this global celebratory event. On behalf of everyone on our team at NC3 and our global industry partners who are here today, I'd like to applaud you for taking the first steps toward a great and prosperous career. As you sign your letter of intent today, rest assured your commitment to Patrick and Henry Community College will be matched by Patrick and Henry Community College's commitment to you. And know you'll have the support of the people you will meet today from both education and industry as you progress in your education. At the end of today's signing ceremony, please take a moment to speak with the educators, local and global business and industry partners here to learn more about the skills you'll be acquiring and the types of jobs you'll be qualified for in just a few years. These people are committed to your success. On behalf of NC3 and all of our industry partners, thank you to Patrick and Henry Community College for hosting NC3 National Signing Day and for your commitment to developing the next generation of highly skilled, in-demand workers. And congratulations to each of the students here today who are taking steps towards highly rewarding careers and bountiful futures. You are a true inspiration to us all. Thank you.
For our first program, Computer-Aided Drafting and Design, Hunter Scott Spencer. K for our Industrial Electronics Technology program. Jose Antonio Sanchez. Alexander McIntosh. Enrolling in our Motorsports Technology program, Hunter Brown. Deshaun Watkins. Isaac Marvin McKissick. Jaquan Vershawn Thomas. Russell Russell Dwayne Daniel Jr., and Avante McKenzie. Enrolling in our Powerline Worker Program, Brayden Pruitt, Hunter Wade Amos.
For our residential, commercial, industrial electrician program, Norbert Loviano Bustos. For welding, Jonathan Axel Jimenez Chavez, Lane Garrett Deathridge, Christopher Isaac Compton, Jaquel Brim. Also for our welding program, Jayden Fitzgerald, Marcel Breedlove, and Holden Draper.
Join me in congratulating these folks one more time for their very wise decision that they've made to create a plan or a CTE education. Need them now more than ever. In closing, there are two final folks that I want to recognize, and this is for the students. This is not for our adults, but for the students. Terrence Strickland, would you wave your hand, please? Everyone take a look over there to your left. Terrence Strickland will be your advisor for your programs. I want you to make sure you're aware of who he is. He will help you every step of the way, all of your classes, registration, FAFSA, anything you need. Terrence will be the one to help you. Dr. Chloe Mayhew. Chloe, where are you? Dr. Mayhew, please look at Dr. Mayhew. She will also be a great resource for you. She coordinates currently our interim coordinator for dual enrollment, but she also does all of our SEED work. If you're a resident of Martinsville and Henry County, you know that SEED is there for you to make sure that your tuition, textbook, and fees are covered. In addition, most of the programs that you're going into are what the state refers to as G3 programs. All that means is everything, for the most part, is going to be paid for. Tuition, textbooks, and fees are covered. So not only are you going to get a high-quality education in a career pathway that pays the bills, but you're going to do so with zero debt, which is so smart. Well done, folks. Well done. We want to thank you all for being here today. This is really a highlight of the year for us. We celebrate signing days for athletics, but we need to celebrate signing days for career and technical education. Thank you for being here. Have a great afternoon, folks.